Sisu, both the movie and the word, along with challenges and overcoming challenges. That's the theme of today's Coffee with Alain. I'm here with a tiger mug, just because tiger to me symbolizes strength and courage, magnificent beauty. They're just my favorite animal. And so when I'm talking about overcoming challenges and determination, I thought a tiger mug would be a good mug to have on today's show. Welcome, everybody that's joining me. I appreciate all of you joining live and making comments. And if you're watching on a replay or listening at Apple or Spotify, somewhere else, thank you as well. I appreciate everybody that's helping me grow this show and get it out to more people. And it's always great to see new people get on and say hello on one of the live broadcasts. But I also like to see people listening at the website or the other places too. So thank you to all of you. So last night, I went to the movie Sisu, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a Finnish word, and it doesn't really have an English translation, but it's a form of courage and unimaginable determination in the face of overwhelming odds. That's sort of how the movie describes that word. And it's a very simple movie. If you haven't seen it yet or you're thinking of seeing it, there's not much of a plot line, very simple, but it was done very well. And it reminded me some of the older Westerns, even though this was set in World War II. And it's very bloody, very graphic. So if you don't like very graphic, bloody type of violence, like, bodies getting exploded and knives getting stuck through the skull and bullets ridden and blood flying everywhere. If you don't like that kind of stuff, or if you're squeamish of that kind of stuff, you might not care for the movie. I know there were scenes where my wife was going, ooh, it's like, it was pretty graphic. But it was a simple story. It was an enjoyable little revenge type story. Had a funny little ending. But the main character of the film definitely had determination, and he had overwhelming odds, and he just would not die. And that's what they say about him in the movie. They say, he's immortal. Well, he's not immortal. He just won't die. And so it was a fun movie, and I really like that word. I never knew that word. I don't know Finnish until the movie, and then looking at the word for the movie. But that form of courage in facing overwhelming odds, we all need to help develop that in ourselves, because that's what's going to see us through the worst of the worst. I'm going to say good morning to Jay. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great Sunday. I am going to say good morning to Dixon. Dixon says, I haven't heard of this film yet, but I'm not squeamish in the least. Sounds intriguing, though. I actually saw the previews to this movie, I think, when I was at John Wick. So because when I asked my wife, I said, well, Sisu's in the theater. And she's like, what's that? And I said, remember we saw the previews, the guy killing all the Nazis, Germans in World War II? It's supposed to be pretty violent. And she's like, oh, yeah, I remember that preview. It looked interesting. So we went to it last night. Again, very simple plot, but it was well done as far as the special effects and the violence. And it reminded me sort of an older movie. It didn't have some of the stuff that you see with newer movies. It was made on a very small budget, you could tell. And it was made over in Finland or UK or both countries over there. So it wasn't made here in the United States. It's not a big Hollywood production, but I enjoyed it. And I love the word, the Sisu, that courage and that determination. And so that I really enjoy, learning about that word, because I think we all need that within ourselves. And before I forget, I am going to wish Dixon a very happy birthday. I know it's your birthday today, Dixon. Appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy birthday. Going to say good morning to Eric. Good morning. I'm thinking about pizza. Eric, you're always thinking about pizza. Eric works in the pizza business, so that's part of his livelihood. His company has a liner that goes under pizzas to keep them more fresh when they're delivered to your table or to your house. So a lot of restaurants and different pizza places around the country use the liner that Eric's company sells to make sure that your pizza is more fresh when you get it. And so Eric's always thinking about pizza, and he travels around the country to pizza shops and different things. And Eric says, pizza and bare knuckle brawling. All right. But with that movie last night, it sort of got me into thinking, and I posted on my Alain Burrese, not my regular page where this is going live, but the Alain Burrese business page where I post a lot of motivational type of messages. And then I share them to this personal page and other places as well, but they're always posted first on that Alain Burrese business page, which is motivational. And the quote that I posted this morning: facing challenges forces you to discover who you are. Overcoming them helps you become the person you desire to be. I'm going to repeat that. Facing challenges forces you to discover who you are. Overcoming them helps you become the person you desire to be. And I thought that tied in really well with the movie last night and that Finnish word sisu. We are all going to face challenges in our lives. Little challenges, big challenges, huge challenges at times. And facing those, you discover who you really are. And overcoming them, that helps us become who we desire to be. That person we desire to be, because we've overcome those hurdles, those challenges that were in our way to accomplish what we needed to accomplish. Jay says, very cool. Thank you, Jay. Dixon says, I just left a comment there before turning in. Awesome. Thank you, Dixon. So I want you to work at developing Sisu, that form of courage and that determination. And you do that by facing and overcoming your challenges. Because as we overcome one challenge after another, we become stronger. We become better people. We become the people we desire to be. And it also helps us face the next challenge. We develop courage. We develop that determination through repetition and succeeding in those smaller challenges. And even if we fail at something, we learn from it to make us stronger for next time. The only challenge that we won't learn from and that you can't turn into a positive is dying, right? And that's why we need to develop this within ourselves. And I call it the survival mindset when I'm teaching active shooter response or self-defense classes. We have to have that mindset to survive and overcome anything that comes at us. Whether that's getting punched in the face, whether that's getting stabbed, whether it's getting shot. We have to have that survival mindset, the sisu, that courage, the determination to overcome overwhelming odds, like he did in that movie last night. That's what will see us through a terrible situation. But if we practice with all of the smaller challenges, it helps us build up and we'll be better prepared for the larger challenges. Jay says, my wife has it big time as she's working at BBBY. Okay, good. Kellen says she's going to be listening to the replay. Grace, you must have missed the beginning and catching up. Thank you, Kellen. So I want you to take a moment today. Right after this show would be a great time while you're thinking of it and it's fresh in your mind. Think about challenges that you have overcome in your life and how that has made you stronger. And then commit to yourself that you are going to face any challenge that comes your way with courage and determination. Sisu, the Finnish word. Commit to yourself right now that you will face challenges head on and you will overcome them. We all need to have that within ourselves. And sometimes we get down and we forget that we have it inside. And that's why I'm sort of reminding you that you do have it inside. We all have it in there. Some of us, it just comes out a little easier than others, but we all have it. You have it. Think back when it's helped you in your past and commit that you're going to have it to face all challenges going forward. Kellen says, I didn't know I was watching live. Okay, Kellen. Yes, you were live. All right, everybody. That's what I wanted to share with you today. A Finnish word, a little quote that I posted earlier on Facebook today, and a reminder that you have courage inside you. You have discipline inside you. You have determination inside you. You just need to commit to bring it out and face every challenge that comes your way head on, overcome it, and become the person you desire to be. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a fantastic Sunday. Take care. Stay safe. Enjoy the day.